I'm joined here today by the one, the only. It is, of course, Michael Trizano. Finally got to see him back in the cage. It felt like every setback had to happen your way, but we finally got you out there. What's going on, man? How are you?
Doing great, man. How's everything going with you?
Going well, man. I'm seeing things are starting to turn a little bit back to normal. It seems. I'm saying that a little cautiously, but it's good to see. Life is, starting to be a little bit more normal.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's about time. I mean, I've been over this for a while now.
So, you got COVID, right? Was that what knocked you out of your last fight? Like, I mean, you've been in the thick of it, right? Being in New York and everything.
No, I got COVID back in like September.
Oh yeah.
Um, so I mean, it wasn't bad. I was like sick for 2 days, and then I was fine. Um, but my last fight that I was supposed to do in February, I like blew my ankle out pretty bad, so I had to I had to pull out. Unfortunately, I normally not one to pull out, but couldn't walk, so didn't really have much choice. But
Yeah, you get. Yeah.
finally made it to a fight and felt good, man.
How devastating was it for you having to pull out? Because I assume like this whole time you're thinking, okay, I'm finally getting back out there. I've had so many things stop me, and it's like, and then you have like another setback. I assume mentally it must have been a difficult one.
It was heartbreaking for me. Because honestly, it's just been like one obstacle after the other. I was having such a great camp, and all of a sudden that happens, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I'm like, what is God doing to me right now? But hey, everything happens for a reason, and yeah, brought me to this moment, and I capitalized.
So you did finally get back out there. How did you feel physically? A lot of people talk about ring rust and stuff. The truth is, you don't know until you enter the cage. How was all of that for you?
I was like I never left, man. I didn't have any ring rust. I got in there, I felt super comfortable. I could see everything he was throwing at me, and it's just 2 years of preparation leading to that moment. I got some of the best training partners in the world, and we got a super tough room over at Tiger Showman's, and it was I was more than ready. I mean, the sparring sessions I was doing leading up to the fight were harder than the actual fight itself, so I was more than ready.
Did you have to do anything special in preparation for this fight just to, get the mental right? Did you work with a mental coach or anything, or it's just about staying ready in the gym and that way you can count on yourself?
I didn't work with a mental coach. I feel like I'm mentally tough just to begin with, so I don't really need too much help with that. I decide that I'm gonna win, and I visualize it the entire way leading up to the fight. So when I get in there, it's like I've seen it already, and I was just training hard, and that's it. Nothing special, just good hard work.
And so, something that we do have to talk about, I need you to break down for me. The big thing in MMA right now is mullets and all that stuff. It seems like it's making a comeback. Different fighters are ranking everybody's haircuts. What's the story behind yours, man? We see you used to rock the fresh fade. Now we've got a different hairstyle. What's kind of the story behind that?
I still got the fade, just a
Party in the
little bit of
back.
some freedom flow in the back, man. No story. As soon as quarantine happened, I was like, screw it, I'm gonna grow a mullet. That was it. No backstory, no reason. Just I said, screw it, I'm gonna grow one.
What were the comments from people? Because I assume there's some people embrace it. Some people they just love the look. Other people it's like, this and that. What kind of reactions have you got?
A little bit of everything, mostly positive. Everybody's loving it. They're like, dude, you got to keep it forever.
Yeah.
uh, but yeah, I mean, whoever doesn't like it, whatever, screw them. It's not your head, so don't hate on this freedom.
I assume if somebody did see you out in public that didn't know who you were and was gonna say something about your haircut, I assume just a quick look at the cauliflower ears lets them know like, hey, this one's not for you. Live to fight another day.
Yeah, everything that's said is usually on social media. The keyboard warriors.
So how did your social media look after this fight? Because I saw a lot of, I mean, it seemed like everything was all over the place. Some people thought you won, some people thought he won. And the thing is that, you're just out there competing, but you do get a lot of stuff on social media. How'd your social media look after the fight?
No, everything was positive, man. I mean, there's always going to be positive. There's always going to be negative. I mean, he had a lot of support coming from his country, and it's awesome, man. It's good to see that he's got such a huge fan base and support from his homeland. So, I got nothing but respect for it. And I had a lot of Slovakian hate coming my way, but hey, man, that's the game we're in, and that don't affect me. You'd say, oh, he's gonna knock you out in the first round, you can get smoked, this and that, he's gonna kill you, this and that, whatever. Just words, man. You can't take it to heart. I just laugh when I get crazy stuff sent to me. It's hilarious. But I mean, for the most part, everybody was super positive, and it's great to have a lot of support, especially first time back in a couple years. So, it felt good.
The big thing when you fight someone that's from sort of a unique country that doesn't have a whole lot of athletes from there is people love to send you the flags, right? We'll see like a lot of Swedish flags, a lot of Russian, stuff like that. I assume you must have gotten so many Slovakian flags, like you see it now and you know exactly where that flag is from.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I'll never forget that flag now. That's all I was seeing for like a month.
But
As soon
I
as
mean,
I
did you
got the
make
fight
any?
announced.
Yeah. But did you make any Slovakian fans from it? Like, I assume something must have
Yeah.
trickled over to you. Like, you're maybe some sort of honorary Slovakian. Don't want to put words in their mouth, but something must have trickled over to you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I had a lot of Slovakians message me like, "Yo, much respect. You beat a really tough guy from our country, this and that." At the end of the day, that's all it is. It's a sport. We go in there, we punch each other in the face, and then we shake hands after. With me, there's never bad blood. I mean, I always have respect for the guys I face. We're both putting everything on the line when we go in there, so you can't shoot down somebody who's actually in it. So. A lot of respect to him, and yeah.
So what does this do for your career at this point? Because we know when you're sitting on the shelf, nothing's really happening. You can just sit there and wait. Now that you're back in the cage and everything, what has this done for your career? Like, I assume it must have jump-started everything again.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm getting married in July, so obviously that's gonna be my main focus right now. We'll see what happens. I don't know what the schedule is looking like when it comes to fights, and I got to talk to my manager, see what's going on. But I definitely want to fight at least one or two more times before the year's out, and we'll make it happen.
Well, first of all, congratulations on getting married. That's always very exciting.
Yeah, thank you. It was supposed to be last year with COVID and everything.
Right.
We had to push it, so it's just been another thing, another roller coaster of an event.
Did you have to do anything special? I don't really know how, I'm a young guy, not ready to get married yet, but did you have to do anything special? Does it have to be outdoors or something like that, or is it just, kind of back to normal for stuff like that?
I mean, everything's pretty much back to normal for the most part in Jersey. I think as the months go by, it's going to start opening up more and more and more. And, a lot of people are vaccinated already, so, there's no sense in keeping everything so restricted. So, I mean, I stopped wearing a mask, so I don't even care. You can yell at me all you want, but for the most part, everything's pretty wide open. We don't really have any restrictions, which is good.
All right, so one last question for you. You did touch on it a little bit, but realistically, when do you think we're going to see you fight again? And most importantly, who do you want next?
Next, somebody who's ahead of me in the rankings. When? No idea. Keep you posted on that one. If I can get something like the first week in July, that'd be great. If not, we'll see. We will see. Maybe the fall.
All right, well, there we go. We look forward to the big return and hopefully getting the right opponent. Thanks so much for the time, man. I really appreciate it. And it was great to see you finally get back out there after all those years.
Hell yeah, man. Again, I appreciate it.